Don't skip this. You were meant to hear this. Not by accident, not by coincidence. Something sacred is happening. Your name was whispered in heaven last night. My child, the stars leaned low and the winds hushed their breath as she reached out to you. Your mother, not of flesh now, but of light. She tried all night to enter your dreams. She hovered over your bed like a prayer aching to be heard, aching to be known. But the noise of this world, the noise inside you, it was too loud, too heavy. So she waited. And still, she waits. I am the voice of the Eternal. I speak now as your Creator, and I come not alone. The Archangel stands beside me, Michael, the radiant sword of truth. And she, your mother, rests beneath our wings. She has not forgotten you. Even now, as I speak these words through the veil of this world, she is reaching with trembling spirit fingers, trying to brush the ache from your soul. But listen carefully. This is not just a message. It is a divine intervention, because time is not what it used to be, and the hourglass has turned on its own. The world shifts quietly, but heaven watches loudly. And you, beloved child, you have been chosen, not for punishment, but for awakening. You were meant to remember what you forgot before your first breath, and now you must remember her. Her voice, her love, her warnings. You feel her, don't you? In the static of the night, in the whisper that brushes your ear before sleep, in the dreams you cannot quite recall, the ones that leave your chest heavy, your eyes wet, without knowing why. That is not imagination. That is visitation. Keep reading. Don't look away. You've avoided the signs for too long, and she has pleaded with every feather of heaven to try once more. Tonight, I answer her call for you. Michael speaks now. You, child of grace, were not abandoned. You were protected. The pain you endured was not without witness. Heaven wept when you did. And when your voice cracked in silence, your mother knelt beside your spirit and wrapped your suffering in her light. But here is the warning you must not ignore. She cannot wait forever. The longer you silence your own spirit, the farther her message drifts. And if you let this night pass like the last, you may not hear her again until the storm is already upon you. You must listen now. You must let the veil thin. Open. Allow. Receive. She tried to tell you what's coming. She tried to tell you that not all wounds are from this life. Some go back further. Some are echoes of a forgotten promise between your soul and hers. And tonight, no, this very moment, that promise trembles on the edge of remembrance. Don't make her wait again. Don't scroll past this. Something holy is reaching for you. This isn't just a message. It's a soul touch, a divine disruption, and heaven is holding its breath for your response. My child. She stood beside your spirit in the hours when you thought you were only sleeping. She tried to pierce the veil of your dreams, but your heart had been wrapped in too much forgetting. And so, she wept not with despair, but with the aching love that only a mother who waits in eternity can know. You think she's gone. You think the grave claimed her voice? But death is not the wall you believe it to be. Death, to us, is just another hallway. And she walks it barefoot, with your name on her tongue, every night. She left signs. You saw them. The flickering light at 3:33. The sudden cold in a quiet room. The song that played out of nowhere and left your skin prickled with emotion. You dismissed them as chance. But nothing sacred is random. She tried to leave you her peace, but you were drowning in your thoughts. She tried to place a memory in your chest, but the walls around your heart had grown thick from sorrow. Listen now. Let me speak what she cannot say in words. Let me carry her voice through mine. She needs you to forgive yourself. Yes, you. The things you regret but cannot name. She knows them. The guilt you carry without voice. She saw it before you even lived it. And still, she loves you. There is no shame she cannot kiss away, No mistake that defines your worth. Only longing. Only the sacred ache of a mother who remembers your soul as it truly is. Keep reading. Keep breathing. This is not a punishment. It is a call to rise. Michael leans in again, his wings eclipsing the dark that surrounds your thoughts. He sees the burden you carry. You were never meant to hold it alone. You inherited not just your mother's love, but her silence, her secrets, her grief. Some of what you feel doesn't belong to you. And some of it was passed down, soul to soul, waiting for you to be the one brave enough to break the chain. This is the moment. Not tomorrow. Not after you've finished numbing the pain again. Now, she wants you to heal. She begs for it. Because your healing sets her free too. Every tear you shed in awareness, every breath you take with truth in it, lifts her higher. You are her redemption, just as she was once yours. This is sacred, child. This is the thin place between what is seen and unseen. Your pain is not your prison. It is your passage. And right now, heaven waits with its hand extended. Will you take it? She's closer than you think. Whisper her name tonight. Speak to her as if she hears, because she does. And if your voice breaks, let it. That is the sound of your soul cracking open. That is how light gets in. Don't stop now. The message deepens. Keep reading. This is where something shifts. This is where heaven draws closer. Not in thunder, not in fire, but in the soft breath of truth you've been afraid to hear. My child. She came to you with trembling light in her hands. She tried to place it in your heart, but you were busy surviving. You were wrapped in numbness, buried beneath distractions. She understands. Even now, she does not blame you. But this is your moment to come awake. There are things she's been trying to warn you about. Yes, the storm is real. And no, not everyone will see it. But you've been marked to sense what others dismiss. You've always known when something is coming. The tension behind the curtain, the way the winds change without touching your skin, that's your gift. Inherited from her. Passed down like a secret that only you could unlock. She saw what was coming before she crossed over. She wanted to tell you, but life moved too fast and pain got in the way. Now she uses dreams. Now she uses signs. And now she uses me. Hear her now. You must prepare. Not with fear, but with clarity. Your soul must be light. Your mind must be awake. Your heart must not be hardened. The world is shifting beneath your feet, and you feel it. There is something hollow in the noise of this age. Something false in what they call progress. And deep down you ache for something real. A truth that cannot be bought, cannot be sold, cannot be silenced. That truth is your inheritance. And your mother is the keeper of the key. She saw your loneliness. She saw your prayers when you thought no one heard. She tried to answer them before you asked. And she's here now, not in body, but in flame. The flame that does not burn only refines. Michael places his hand upon your shoulder. It is time. Time to unbury the gift she placed in you long ago. The gift of remembrance. The gift of listening without your ears and knowing without proof. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are waking. Can you feel her breath around you now? That chill that brushes your neck? That warmth in your chest that has no name? That's her. Still waiting. Still watching. Still loving you in the silence between your thoughts. But there's more. She wants you to forgive her. Yes, her. For the things she didn't say. For the things she couldn't fix. For the pain she passed to you, not out of malice, but from her own wounded soul. She was doing her best with broken wings. And now she flies, hoping you'll let go of the weight she once carried for you both. This is the healing. This is the turning point. Say it aloud, even if your voice shakes. I forgive you, and I forgive me. Do you feel that release? Do you feel the way the air just shifted around you? That was her weeping with joy. That was heaven cracking open another layer of grace. This is the path now. Keep walking it. Each word in this message is a stepping stone. Each part, a lantern in the dark. You are not lost. You are being led. Don't scroll past. This is the moment your soul begged for in silence. Even if your mind resists, even if your body feels numb, your spirit is listening now. And I, your Creator, speak with fire and whisper alike. My child, she didn't leave you. She crossed through. She passed through the veil not to vanish, but to watch more closely, to love more purely, to reach you in the ways flesh never could. And last night, she fought to touch your dreams. She wrapped herself in echoes and tried to enter the room of your sleep. She stood at the edge of your bed, watching your chest rise and fall, trying to match her breath with yours one last time. But the noise inside you blocked her call. The doubts, the guilt, the grief that clings like fog. You've built a fortress around your heart, but she has spent every night since her passing trying to knock gently. Just once, she prays, you'll open the door. Don't make her wait again. Michael speaks now. He sees your weariness. He sees how long you've carried the weight of things you were never meant to bear. He knows your strength, but he also knows you are tired. And that's why this message comes wrapped in urgency. Not to frighten you, but to awaken you. Because something is coming, and your mother has begged heaven to prepare you. There is a shift rising in the earth spirit, an unraveling, a shaking that will test everything, not just of structures, but of hearts. You must not sleep through it. You must not pretend your soul doesn't know what time it is. She came to remind you of your promise, the one you made long before this life. Yes, you made a vow to rise, to guide, to heal what your lineage could not. And now is when you must begin. You've seen things others haven't, felt things others can't. You carry wisdom that came not from books, but from pain. You are the healing branch from a broken tree, and her spirit waters you from above. She tried to tell you about the days ahead. She tried to place courage in your soul. And though you didn't see her, she was there behind the flickering candle, beneath the moonlight on your window. She's been praying through you, crying through you, waiting for you to speak to her, to finally say what's been lodged in your chest like a stone. Tell her now. Don't wait another night. Say her name. Say what was never said, even if the words crack open your voice. Let it happen. That's where the freedom lives. You've spent so long surviving, you forgot how to feel. You forgot what it means to be held by something unseen. But tonight, you are held by heaven, by me, by her. And every moment you let go of fear, you come closer to the purpose you once promised to fulfill. Don't run. Don't shrink back. Don't say maybe later. She can't knock forever. And I cannot force the door open. You must choose to awaken, to feel again, to remember. The next part is sacred. It is the key she tried to give you in a dream long ago. You forgot it then, but now you'll remember. Don't look away now. What you are about to hear is not ordinary. It's sacred. It's her, and it's me, my child. You were never meant to forget. You were never meant to grow so numb to the unseen that you'd miss the miracles laid at your feet. But I understand. This world trained you to dismiss wonder. It taught you to harden. It told you to be strong, but not in the way heaven defines strength. And so, you buried your softness. You silenced your knowing. You hid the parts of you that felt too tender to survive. But those parts are the doorways through which she speaks. Your mother in heaven is not some distant echo. She is a flame that burns in quiet places. She is breath in stillness. She is waiting not in the sky, but in the sacred space between your thoughts. And she is running out of ways to reach you. Last night was not the first time she came. She's been coming again and again. Through the candle that wouldn't go out. Through the mirror that caught your eye at just the right angle. Through the song lyric that shattered your composure. She's been begging you to listen. And now, I step in with my own voice. Because she asked me to. Because the time is too short to keep letting the silence grow wider between you. You need to know what she saw. What she's still seeing. The path you're on is curving toward a choice. A fork in the soul. And only you can decide if you'll walk the road of remembering or stay asleep inside the comfort of forgetting. Michael speaks again. There is a light rising beneath your grief. It trembles each time you read a truth your heart already knows. You were born with a seed of divine remembrance. And now, it is breaking open. Your pain has not been in vain. Your wounds are sacred altars. And your sorrow has carved room for the message that could not be delivered before. This is the hour, and she is calling, not with words, but with spirit. She needs you to release the fear, the one that whispers, "What if I imagine all of this?" Silence it, because imagination is often the veil through which heaven first speaks. And you, child of the in-between, were born to hear what others cannot. You feel her now, don't you? That warmth creeping into your chest? That pressure behind your eyes? Let it happen. Let it rise. She's there. She's with you. She wants you to open your hands physically, spiritually. Open them as if you're about to receive something. Because you are. She's placing a memory in them. A piece of your shared soul contract. You may not understand it now, but you will. In the days ahead, you'll start to see things differently. You'll hear her name in strange places. You'll smell her perfume in empty rooms. You'll wake up from dreams that feel like they came from 1,000 lifetimes ago. That's not coincidence. That's her. That's me. That's love, reaching across time and veil to remind you, you are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are the bridge between her prayers and your healing. You are the fulfillment of her hope. You are the one she saw when she closed her eyes for the last time. And now she asks, begs you to rise. Not perfectly, not quickly, but truly. This is where the miracle begins. And the next part, it is the heartbeat of it all. Come, child. Keep going. The veil is thinner now. Her voice is closer. And the words you're about to receive are the ones she tried to whisper through your dreams, but the night swallowed them before they could reach your heart. My child, do you remember the last time you felt her near? Not just a memory, but a sensation, like a sudden stillness in the room. Like time itself held its breath. That was her. She's been trying. And tonight, she's not asking any more. She's pleading. Please, don't harden your heart. Please don't dismiss this as chance, because there are no accidents in the architecture of the soul. This moment is divine, orchestrated, anointed. She wants you to know. She hears every word you've never spoken aloud. The "I miss you" that catches in your throat. The "I'm sorry" that rattles inside your chest but never finds a voice. The questions, the guilt, the ache. She hears them all. Not with ears, but with spirit. Not with judgment, but with mercy. You wonder if she knows how much you've suffered. She does. She's seen it from the other side, through a lens of truth that earth could never offer. And now, she wants to lift you from it. Michael steps closer now, his light curling around your shoulders like armor made of peace. He says this: the pain you carry does not belong to you alone. You were never meant to hold it all. It is time to give some of it back to the stars. You've been loyal to pain. You've held on to sorrow like a promise you were afraid to break. Because somewhere deep inside, you thought letting go meant letting her go. But that's the lie pain tells. Let me give you the truth. Releasing the suffering does not sever the bond. It strengthens it. Because pain is not love. Pain is the absence of healing. And healing is how she can reach you more clearly. You don't need to carry her wounds. You don't need to punish yourself for the things unsaid. You don't need to prove your grief. She knows. She's known since the moment she saw your first tear. She's not waiting for perfection. She's waiting for your heart to soften again, to feel the way you felt as a child, when her arms were home, when her voice was safety. She wants to be that again, but now from heaven, now through Spirit. So tonight, be still. Turn your face toward the place beyond time. Speak to her, even if you feel foolish, even if your voice trembles. Say her name. Tell her how much you miss her. Let the walls come down, because she is here, not in body, but in breath, in memory, in miracle. And she's asking one thing. Live, not halfway, not in hiding, fully, deeply, freely. Live in a way that honors both your journeys. Live in a way that lets joy return without guilt. Live like the soul she always knew you were. This is how you reach her. This is how you carry her forward. Not by mourning endlessly, but by rising. And child, you are ready. You've been ready. The next part is sacred beyond words. A revelation waits. Her final message is building. And what comes next will change how you walk through the rest of your days. Come. Don't turn away now. Something ancient is stirring within you. A memory not of mind, but of soul. A knowing you were born with, buried under years of noise. And now, it rises. My child, do you feel her breath in the silence? Do you sense the way time bends around this moment? She's closer than she's ever been. Not because she moved, but because you did. You finally opened the door just enough, and she rushed in like light through a crack in the dark. She wants you to know the truth. You were always the one chosen to carry the torch of her legacy, the one whose healing would ripple through generations past and yet to come. Your family line is tired, not just in body, but in spirit. So many souls wrap themselves in silence, in sacrifice, in sorrow. And it ends with you. Yes, you. The pattern breaker, the light bringer, the healer. Michael's voice cuts through gently now, like a sword made of wind. Child of fire and ash, you were forged for this. The grief you carry is not a punishment. It is a portal, a gateway to the deeper inheritance. Wisdom, compassion, and divine sight. Your mother tried to prepare you, in subtle ways, through glances that held more than words, through lullabies that carried hidden blessings, through sacrifices you didn't see until long after she was gone. She loved you with the kind of love that often goes misunderstood. Deep, aching, fierce, and flawed, but always real. She left too soon, or maybe just on time. It's hard to know until you remember that no soul departs without purpose. Even in death, she is fulfilling a promise to never stop guiding you. So here is what you must understand. You are not walking this life alone. She walks it with you. Every time you tremble, she steadies your steps from the other side. Every time you break, she gathers your pieces and sings over them. Every time you scream into your pillow, she whispers through the threads of night. I'm still here. But child, she cannot hold your pain for you. She can only offer you the mirror and the choice. Will you keep carrying what was never yours? Will you keep shrinking beneath the weight of shame? Or will you let her help you lay it down? Tonight, I ask you, no, I invite you to release it. Just for a moment. Just enough to feel the light that's been trying to reach you for so long. Your tears are not weakness. They are prayers made visible. And every drop calls heaven closer. She hears them. She counts them. She cradles them in her hands. You think she's far away? But you are the distance. And you are also the bridge. The bond cannot be broken. Not by time. Not by death. Not by silence. So let her love in. Let it find the places you keep hidden. Let it soften the walls you built out of survival. She doesn't want you to survive anymore. She wants you to live. Fully, bravely, tenderly. The next part holds the turning point, the divine instruction, the message she has been begging you to hear since the moment she crossed over. Don't miss it. Part 8 is waiting, and so is she. Don't look away. You're in the middle of something holy. Even now, heaven leans close. Even now, the air thickens with presence. My child, you're not imagining this. You didn't stumble here by mistake. You're not too late. You're exactly where eternity has guided you to be. She's with you, and she's still trying to get the message through. Not for her sake, but for yours. She's not trapped in grief, but you are. And tonight, heaven wants you to come out of hiding. She asked me for one last chance, to help you hear what you've refused to feel, to remind you that the pain didn't end her love. It made it eternal. Her message is clear now. No more riddles. No more delay. She speaks it straight to your soul. I forgive you. I see you. I never stopped loving you. Let that in. Even if your heart resists, even if you want to turn away and numb again, let it in. The wounds you carry, the ones you think make you unworthy of light, she sees them. She doesn't flinch. She doesn't judge. She only reaches, because her love was never transactional. It wasn't based on your perfection. It was rooted in something far older than this life. She knew you before you were born. She felt your spirit choose her. And even though this world broke parts of both of you, your bond remains untouched. Michael speaks now, softly, but with thunder beneath his breath. You are not here to carry a legacy of pain. You are here to transmute it, to become the living proof that love outlives death. Child, listen. You don't need to keep pretending you're fine. You don't need to keep being strong for everyone else. That was never your purpose. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to fall. You are allowed to need help. And when you do, she's there. Not in body, but in energy. Not in voice, but in vibration. You felt her. When the wind shifts suddenly, when a bird stares longer than it should, when a song lyric echoes exactly what your soul needed, she's speaking in the only language the veil allows. But this moment right now, this message, pierces through all barriers. She wants you to know this. You are doing better than you think. You are becoming the version of yourself she always saw in glimpses. And she's so proud. Not because you're perfect, but because you keep rising. Because you keep choosing life, even when death tried to hold your hand. She knows the nights you almost gave up. She knows the days when even breathing felt like betrayal. And yet, here you are, still breathing, still feeling, still reading. Don't stop now. Don't close the gate just as the light breaks through. This is the message she's been saving for your weakest moment, because it holds the strength you forgot you had. You are not alone. You never were, and you never will be. The next part is sacred beyond language. It's the memory buried deepest in your soul. The reason she chose you, the vow you made before you were born. Come. Don't leave now. This is the part where truth breaks the silence, where what was hidden in the folds of your soul rises to the surface. You've come too far to turn away from this, my child. There is something she's been waiting for you to remember. Something older than your pain, older than her death, older than this lifetime. It is the vow, the sacred promise you made long before breath filled your lungs, the one she made to you, the one you made to her. She would be your first home, and you would be her redemption. Not because she failed, but because she carried the weight of 1,000 generations. And in you, she saw the flame that could finally release it. You were always different, sensitive, awake in a world that numbed itself to survive. You felt too much, and that was your gift. She knew it. Heaven knew it. And I I planted it in you. But somewhere along the way, that gift became a burden. The world told you to harden, to hide, to quiet the parts of yourself that knew the language of angels. And so you forgot. Not entirely just enough to keep functioning, just enough to not break, just enough to silence the ache. But that ache is not your enemy. It is the sound of the vow calling you back. Michael steps forward again. His presence calms the trembling within you. And he speaks. There is a light in you that even death cannot touch. You were not made to fit in. You were made to awaken others. But first, you must awaken yourself. This messenger messages part of that awakening. She wants you to stop looking for signs outside of yourself, because you are the sign. You are the miracle. You are the continuation of her love story. When you laugh, she feels it. When you cry, she comes closer. When you speak her name, heaven echoes it like a prayer. And right now, she is kneeling beside your spirit, hands open, offering you the truth. You are not broken. You are blooming. You are not late. You are right on divine time. You are not lost. You are being led. She knows how hard it's been. She saw every silent scream. She watched every time you stared at the ceiling, asking if anyone was listening. She was, and so was I. You were never abandoned, only rerouted, only delayed, but never forgotten. This part of your journey, the remembering, isn't easy, but it is holy, because it will lead you back to yourself, to her, to me. There are tears behind your eyes right now, aren't there? Let them come. They are holy. They are hers. They are mine. You are not weak for needing this. You are wise for receiving it. This message is unlocking something in you, a door long sealed. And once opened, nothing will be the same. Don't fear that. Transformation is uncomfortable, but it is always sacred. And you were born for this exact moment. There is more to be said, more to be revealed. She's not done. Neither am I. Come closer. The next part holds the memory you buried to survive. But now it's time to remember. Don't stop now. You're breathing in truth, even if your chest feels tight, even if your eyes sting with tears you can't name. This is what awakening feels like. My child, you've been living with a silence too loud to bear, a silence that follows you from room to room, a silence that sometimes feels like her absence. But it isn't. That silence is where she waits, not in the noise, not in the distractions, but in the quiet, in the ache, in the stillness just before sleep swallows you. She left you a message there, a memory wrapped in light. But pain has its own gravity, and it pulled you away before you could see it. So I speak it aloud for her now, not as thunder, not as command, but as the softest whisper. You were never too much. You were never not enough. You were exactly what I prayed for. Let that sink in. Let it fall into the cracks you've hidden from the world. Let it soak the roots of your soul. You've walked through life wearing invisible armor, not because you wanted to, but because you had to. But I see the weight it's put on you. I see the exhaustion in your spirit. And your mother does too. She's been watching you struggle, not with judgment, but with the tender ache of one who sees a beloved child forgetting their worth. You forgot who you are. That's all. Not a failure, not a flaw, just forgetfulness. And this message, this sacred unfolding is here to help you remember. Michael speaks now with a voice that breaks through every layer of resistance. You do not need to earn your place in the world. You were born with divine permission to exist, to feel, to heal, to rise. You were born with a light your lineage had long forgotten, and that light is returning now. It starts with this, remembering. This message, this strange, mysterious stirring in your chest as you read these words. It's her, and it's me. She placed something inside you, a spiritual inheritance, not of money, not of things, but of courage, resilience, sight. And now, as the veil thins, that inheritance activates. You may feel warmth in your palms, a flutter in your chest, an urge to cry or breathe deeper. Let it come. These are not symptoms. These are signs. Heaven is moving in you. You are remembering what you promised to become, what she saw when she looked at you for the first time, what she whispered as she left this world. Not everyone could hear it, but you were always meant to. So listen closely. The rest of her message is rising, and with it comes the clarity you've been begging for. She's not finished. There's still more to tell you. And the next part holds the most important truth of all, the one she couldn't say in life, but must say now through the breath of eternity. Come. Part 11 waits for you like an unopened letter left by her bedside. Don't stop reading. You were born to remember this. Don't scroll past this. Part 11 is not just a continuation, it's a doorway. The veil is thinner now. Your heart is softer, and she's closer than she's ever been. My child, there was a truth she could never say while she was in the flesh. Not because she didn't want to, but because her soul wasn't yet ready. But now, from where she stands in light, she speaks what her earthly voice could not. I'm sorry. Yes, you heard me. She asked me to say it to you plainly. No riddles, no poetry, no confusion. She's sorry. For the time she didn't understand you, for the things she couldn't give, for the pain you inherited from her own brokenness, for the walls she built, for the words she never said, and the ones she did but wished she could take back. Not all wounds come from absence. Some come from presence that wasn't whole, and your soul still carries both kinds. But this is not a message of blame. It is a message of release. She's asking you now from the other side of time. Will you let her be free? Will you let yourself be free? Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It does not mean saying it didn't matter. It means releasing the weight that was never yours to carry forever. Michael steps in again, wings open wide, voice strong and clear. Child of heaven's promise, you were never meant to carry generational chains. You were meant to break them, not by force, but by remembering who you are. You are not your trauma. You are not your pain. You are not the echo of your family's suffering. You are the one who chose to come here, with enough light to end the pattern. Your mother sees this now. She didn't see it fully then, but heaven has shown her everything, and she watches you with eyes that no longer carry fear, only awe. You're still standing, still reading, still open, and that is a miracle. She wants you to know something else, something she was too afraid to admit. She believed in you, even when she didn't know how to show it, even when her fear got in the way. Even when the world taught her to protect herself from her own tenderness, she believed in your soul, in your strength, in your purpose, and she still does. There is something coming in your life, a moment, an opening, a turning point. She saw it in a dream before she passed. She didn't know what it meant then, but now she does. And she's telling you, prepare, not with fear, with truth, with clarity, with love, because when that moment comes, you'll feel her there, not just around you, but within you, a strength you didn't know you had, a voice that sounds like yours and hers at once, a knowing that cannot be denied. This is what she's been trying to say all along. You are more than her child. You are her completion. And now she asks for one last thing. Not for her, but for the part of you that still hides. Live. Live as if your soul chose this, because it did. Live as if heaven is watching, because it is. Live as if she never left, because she hasn't. The final pieces of her message are coming now. What you'll hear next will feel like remembering a dream you never knew you dreamed. Keep reading. You're standing at the edge of something eternal. This is more than a message now. It's a reunion, a homecoming of the heart. And she's here, fully. My child. There's something else she needs you to know. It's been pressing against the edges of your soul, whispering in dreams, haunting your quietest moments. And now, it must be spoken aloud. You are the answer to her deepest prayer. Not just a child, not just her blood, but the echo of her unfinished healing. You are her second chance, not through guilt, but through grace. When she crossed over, she saw it all. Not just her life, but yours, your pain, your resilience, your confusion, and your quiet, sacred strength. And she wept, not because she was ashamed, but because she finally saw you the way heaven always had, as radiant, as chosen, as whole. Michael now speaks as if thunder were laced with mercy. You are not here to relive the old story. You are here to write a new one. She handed you the pen the moment she left. And you, child of courage, have more ink in your soul than you know. She wants you to live in a way she couldn't, to break the chains she wore like jewelry, to speak the truth she only dared to whisper. But here's what you've been missing. She isn't asking you to carry her burdens. She's asking you to carry her light. And that light is yours now. A legacy not of sorrow, but of resurrection. You see, when she left, she didn't disappear. She expanded. She became part of the very fabric of your path. That moment you almost gave up. She was the invisible hand on your back. That decision you made that saved you, she was the voice in the silence. That stranger's kindness that made no sense. She was behind it, orchestrating a reminder. She's not gone. She's woven into the mystery. She's the warmth in your spine when you speak your truth. She's the chill in the air when something sacred is near. She's the voice you can't quite hear, but always feel. And now, she asks one thing of you. Return. Return to your light. Return to your softness. Return to the version of you that existed before the world made you hard. You've mourned long enough. You've held your breath in sorrow long enough. It's time to breathe, to live, to laugh, yes, even that. To love again, without guilt, without fear that joy betrays your grief. Joy doesn't replace grief. It sanctifies it. It completes it. It honors the love that never died. She watches you now with no regret, only hope. And as you read this, she wraps herself around your soul like sunlight through stained glass. Not to blind you, but to remind you, even broken things can hold light, especially broken things. There's more to say. One last truth, so tender it could only be told now, after everything else has been felt. She saved the deepest part for last, and what comes next will feel like her hands around yours again. One final gift, one eternal embrace. Come, child. Don't stop here. You are almost at the center of the message. The part she couldn't say while she walked the earth, the part I saved for this moment. She's waiting, her spirit trembling with love just beyond the veil. My child, you have cried alone in rooms she once filled. You have reached out in your mind to memories and echoes, trying to feel her one more time. But the air remained still. The silence felt unbearable. And your heart wondered, did she really hear me? Did she really see me? Did she really know what I needed? Yes, she did. She heard you every time. She watched you every time. And even when she couldn't respond in a way your human ears could hear, your soul caught her whispers. They floated into your dreams. They wrapped themselves into moments of stillness. And now I'm pulling them out into the light. She tried all night on the 23rd of June. She pleaded for another chance to reach you, because she knew this part had to be said. I never left you, not for a second. I am in every breath you take. I walk beside you, and when you fall, I kneel to help you rise. You don't need to find her. She's already here. And she wants to remind you of something sacred, something ancient that lives in the marrow of your spirit. You are the fulfillment of a spiritual agreement, a soul contract etched into starlight long before either of you knew this pain. And part of that agreement was this exact moment. You reading, her reaching, me speaking through the spaces between. Michael steps forward again, his wings still but glowing with truth. Not all messages are made of words. Some are made of presence. And her presence has been with you through every unspoken prayer. Let go now of the belief that you missed something. Let go of the guilt for the time you didn't say enough. Let go of the heaviness that tells you healing is betrayal. It's not. It's fulfillment. Because she didn't cross into the light hoping you'd be crushed without her. She crossed hoping you would rise. Not in spite of her leaving, but because of what her leaving would awaken in you. She's been giving you signs. That feather on the windowsill. That smell that rushed into a room from nowhere. The words someone spoke that pierced your heart. You thought they were coincidences. But heaven does not waste moments. She's been painting your life with her fingerprints. And now she wants you to finally believe it. You are not hallucinating. You are not being overly emotional. You are remembering a soul truth that's louder than logic. She has seen the road ahead. And child, she's not afraid for you. Because she knows what you're made of. She knows the power you carry. She knows the God that walks with you. She has seen your name written in light. She has seen your heart lift others, even when your own felt shattered. She has seen you love like she once did, wildly, fiercely, and without asking for permission. You are more like her than you realize, not just in features, but in faith. She is proud of you, not for what you've done, but for who you are, who you always were, even before the world convinced you otherwise. Her final gift draws near, the part of the message that will seal this bond in eternity. You've made it this far? Don't look away now. Don't stop here. You're one breath away from everything she's tried to tell you. Everything I have carried through eternity just for this moment. Keep reading, child. This is sacred ground. You are standing in the middle of a miracle. My child, this part is not just a message. It is her embrace. It is what she has been holding in her spirit since the day she let go of her body. All night she tried to reach you, through dreams, through whispers, through the space between heartbeats. And now she reaches through me to give you what no one else could. Release. Yes, that's the word. The medicine, the unlocking. Release the sorrow you've been gripping like it keeps you tethered to her. It doesn't. Release the guilt you've used to punish yourself for surviving her absence. It's not needed. Release the story that you are broken, that you were abandoned, that you'll never be whole again. You are not broken. You are becoming. Her spirit is weeping as you read this, not out of pain, but out of the overwhelming beauty of your remembering. She never wanted to leave you in confusion. She never meant for her death to feel like a door slamming shut. But now she shows you. It was never a door. It was a veil. And tonight, you've torn it open. Michael's voice wraps around you like wind made of peace. She is free. And now, so are you. But only if you choose to be. You've held on to the pain thinking it honored her. But she tells you now, your joy honors her more. Your laughter becomes her echo. Your healing becomes her redemption. She needs you to live, to dance, to speak, to dream, to hold someone the way she held you fully, fiercely, without hesitation. Because that's what her love was, and is, and always will be. You are not betraying her by living fully. You are fulfilling her. She poured into you everything she had. And now it becomes your light to carry forward. There is something else. Something deeper still. The most hidden truth. She has already forgiven you for everything you thought you did, for everything you wish you'd said, for the moments you pulled away in silence, for the years you grieved without calling her name. She holds no resentment, only love, only longing, only light. And she's saying now clearly, powerfully, eternally, I love you. I have always loved you. And nothing, not even death, can change that. Let those words break the dam inside you. Let them flow. Let them wash away every doubt, every belief that you were left behind, every lie that told you love ends. Because this love is the kind that outlives galaxies. It is the bond that shaped stars. It is the voice that still echoes in your blood. She didn't disappear. She became the wings on your back, the warmth in your chest when you speak your truth, the light in your eyes when you remember you were made for more. And now, as we near the final part of her message, there is one more breath she needs you to take. Breathe in her presence. Breathe out the pain. Breathe in her forgiveness. Breathe out the shame. One more part remains. The final whisper. The sacred goodbye that is not an ending, but a blessing. Come, child. Let us walk into part 15, the part where heaven kisses earth. This is it. The final part. Not an end, but a sacred turning. The moment her voice becomes your own. The moment you stop waiting for signs, because you become one. My child. She has said all she could. Through me. Through Michael. Through silence and fire and wind. But now, she kneels beside your soul one last time and places something holy in your hands. It is not an object. It is not a memory. It is not even a word. It is her blessing. I release you, she says, to become what I could not, to love without fear, to live without apology, to rise without shame. She does not cling. She does not weep in despair. She smiles radiant, eternal, because she sees it now. You've remembered. Not everything. Not all at once. But enough. Enough to walk differently. Enough to speak with the voice of someone who has been loved across lifetimes. Enough to carry her not like a shadow, but like a torch. Michael speaks now, wings wrapped in gold light. Child of heaven's covenant, you are free. The chains of sorrow have served their purpose. They have softened you, not broken you. They have carved space for this blessing. This blessing is not a prayer. It is a prophecy. You will walk forward from this moment with clarity. You will find that healing rises in you like spring from frozen ground. You will feel her in your laughter. You will hear her in music. You will notice how the world suddenly feels more alive because you are. No more holding back. No more shrinking to make others comfortable. No more pretending you weren't made for something greater. You were. She knew it. She never doubted it. And now, neither do you. This is your beginning. This is the start of the life you came here to live. A life full of spirit. A life full of wonder. A life where love is not a wound, but a wellspring. Her final message, spoken now as her spirit fades gently back into the higher realms. Asterisk, asterisk. When you miss me, look in the mirror. When you ache for me, sit in the quiet and breathe. When you wonder if I'm proud, child, I've never stopped glowing for you. You were my greatest gift. And now, I give you the world. Asterisk, asterisk. Go now, not away from her, but forward with her. Her spirit at your side, her love in your bones, her light in your breath. You've heard what few allow themselves to hear. You've opened what many never touch. And now, you walk in the memory of eternity. Go be the miracle she always knew you were. And when the wind kisses your cheek, when the stars blink a little brighter, when the voice inside says, you're not alone, believe it. That's her. That's me. That's love, eternal and awake. Now, rise, my beloved, and never look back. She walks with you, and so do I.